15 red flags in women you should never ignore. Different people have their definitions of red flags. For some, their lists are short. For others, their lists are as long as the River Nile. While there are some playful red flags on the internet, some red flags shouldn't be ignored, especially in a relationship. These red flags in women that must not be overlooked are those that give off abusive and controlling behavior. A relationship is meant to bring peace of mind, comfort, and any good thing you can think of. When it's the other way around, you need to put that relationship in check. Our mental health should be put first. And if external factors from relationships make it decline, you should consider letting go of such a relationship. 15 red flags in women you should never ignore. It is important to identify red flags when dating a woman. You can only identify them when you know what they look like and why they are dangerous. It becomes almost too late when the emotional, psychological, and physical abuse begins. Here are some of the red flags in women you should keep your eyes open for. 1. Physical, psychological, or emotional abuse. Emotional and psychological abuse is just as bad as physical abuse. The warning sign of physical abuse is usually clear, but emotional and psychological abuse may take a while before it surfaces and will take a toll on the victim's mental health. They all can lead to PTSD. So it is important to leave any toxic relationship once noticed to avoid drastic effects in the long run. One of the biggest red flags in women is that they may try to hit you, constantly use negative and demoralizing words, and make you feel worthless. 2. Excessive clinginess and dependency in relationships. Some women go into a relationship immediately after the first ends. These women can't be on their own for a while without having a partner. This gives off clingy and over-dependent vibes in relationships. These women feel that they must be in relationships to be complete. Many times, they suffer from post-breakup depression but never seek help. Instead, rebound relationships are a coping mechanism for them. 3. Not accepting her partner's relationship with friends and family. This is one of the biggest red flags in a girl that you must avoid like the plague. Some women have jealous, insecure, and toxic attachment behavior. Here, she would try to control your whole existence and never respect your boundaries and life outside the relationship. When this red flag in women is active, they believe they're supposed to be number one in their partner's lives and would kick against everything that tries to take away their partner's attention, regardless of what it is. When a lady starts getting jealous of her partner's parents and close friends, that might be a sign that the relationship should be reassessed. If nothing is done, it might turn into a manipulative relationship where she blames her partner for not giving her the attention she deserves. 4. Narcissism. A narcissistic personality disorder is a mental health condition characterized by an exaggerated feeling of self-importance. While it is predominant in males, many women with narcissistic tendencies also exist. Narcissists think only their opinions matter. So, it can be extremely stressful and emotionally exhausting to be in a relationship with a narcissist. 5. She has mental health problems and doesn't want to seek help for. We all have personal problems, but it doesn't mean you shouldn't steer clear of people with mental health challenges who have refused to seek help. Like in a relationship with a narcissistic person, you can both make it work when both parties put in the effort. People with emotional and mental health challenges deserve love like everyone else. But when she refuses to own her mistakes, work on herself, and be a better person, you may want to consider taking a walk. Don't try to play savior at the expense of your sanity. 6. Lack of empathy and gaslighting. When your partner gaslights you, they ignore your feelings and opinions and make you feel silly for even trying to be heard in your relationship. Sometimes, they could say things like, "Why are you acting this way because of this?" Even a high schooler wouldn't. These statements make you doubt yourself or rethink your decisions. A lack of empathy in a partner is when they fail to empathize with you even after hurting your feelings. It is another form of emotional abuse, which is one of the biggest red flags in dating a woman. 7. Defensiveness. In the face of conflict, especially when you're certain you're at fault, it is normal to apologize. At least, that's the right thing to do to alleviate the conflict. Some women can't bring themselves to say sorry. Instead, they blame their partners for their errors. While defensiveness can escalate a conflict, it can also hurt the other party when they are wrongly blamed for something they know nothing about. The 5 magic words, including your relationship, come in handy wherever you are. 8. She's always checking up on you. In a relationship, it's sweet to check up on your partner to know how they're doing and chat. However, it becomes suffocating when your partner checks on you every minute of every day and demands an instant reply. You both have different lives, which may reduce your daily productivity because she always wants you to be at her beck and call. Keep your eyes open for these red flags in women. This always looks sweet until it becomes toxic and suffocating. 9. Anger management issues. You should be able to confront problems with your partner without her going berserk and trying to hurt you in the process. If she is used to losing her cool whenever you try to have difficult conversations, you may feel scared or threatened to talk about serious issues with her. Over time, this can breed resentment and cause a massive separation between yourself and her. 10. She tells you people's secrets. It is a whole different situation when your girlfriend gossips with you about the arrogant new guy at work who's always getting in other people's way or the professor at school who's colored his hair pink. However, when it comes to other people's secrets, it's a no-go. Secrets are not meant to be shared. So if your girlfriend shares her friend's secrets with you, don't be surprised when you hear the secrets you've shared with her are the new gossip in town. 11. No signs of reciprocation. This is one of the red flags in women that you must look out for. It can become exhausting when you keep making efforts in a relationship, and all your girlfriend does is accept all the love and attention without actively returning some of the positive energy you're sending her way. You may want to reassess your relationship when you don't receive as much as you give and can't depend on your partner. It is also a red flag when she keeps scorecards on what she's done for you. You should naturally do something for your partner without counting it as if they owes you their life in exchange. 12. Constant jealousy. It is normal to feel jealous in a relationship. In fact, jealousy is associated with many positive qualities that sustain relationships. However, it may become scary when she's always in your business trying to know who you talk to or expecting to meet all the friends you've had in your lifetime. Women who constantly exhibit insane levels of jealousy should be kept in check because they only care about themselves, not the happiness of their partners. It becomes even more frustrating when you try to clear her doubts, but she makes a big deal out of nothing. 13. Pessimism. As far as some women are concerned, everyone's out to get them. They only ever see the bad in situations or people. When a woman doubts everything, including the love of a partner who has done all they can to prove their love for her, it gives off an insecure feeling, which she needs to work on. 14. Stonewalling. You should be able to tackle whatever problems you have as partners. But some women either avoid or refuse to resolve issues with their partners intentionally. You should be able to confront your problems head-on in a relationship instead of avoiding them. It is certainly a red flag when she keeps giving you the silent treatment every chance she gets. 15. Name-calling. A relationship is built on many factors, including respect. Both partners should respect themselves and try to reason together whenever they face a situation. You shouldn't condone anyone calling you names, especially someone you're in love with, because it can affect your self-esteem and confidence. Be careful of your words with your partner because they can do much more damage than you think. Yellow flags versus red flags, meaning yellow and red flags are quite similar. The only difference is that yellow flags are less severe than red flags. Red flags are signs of toxic behaviors, but yellow flags indicate areas that need to be addressed immediately, or a relationship will crash. Yellow flags can be kept under check. Relationships are not perfect, so there are bound to be problems now and then. However, when it becomes too burdensome to handle, you may want to step away from that relationship for the sake of your sanity. When yellow flags are confronted at the roots, they may eventually reduce, but when left to grow, they may become red flags. Red flags can only be curbed when both parties in a relationship tackle them and put efforts into resolving them. Some relationship problems can be solved, and not all of them have to be deal breakers. It is important to understand the differences between red and yellow flags so you can know how to tackle them when faced with any.